Welcome back to another video. This will be regarding Tripo and mesh segmentation. And this will be the case study. We see over here the clone trooper. The reference is over here on the left, and we're going to see the output from Tripo within the viewer. So this will be the output. As you can see, it has some problems. Over here, the link for the hand is missing. But what I like is that Tripo managed to actually create over here the hand and the pistol separately. So that's quite interesting. And also what is most interesting is the fact that we see over here the detail for the Lego legs. Also the posture is quite similar to this one, as you can see. Within my previous video, I have presented CSM, and the mesh for the leg was like this. As we can see, it was filled. The details were good for the hands and for the pistol and overall, but it didn't actually look like a Lego component over here. So this is why I want to address, let's say, my appreciation to Tripo, because it managed to output also the geometry of Lego components. Now, if I will jump over here within segmentation, this is something that is not that well defined. So we see that this is considered a separate part. So it should actually be with the upper section of the leg over here. This will be a different one, and so on. Over here for the hand, it didn't actually manage to make that separately, but over here with the pistol, it did. But what is a little bit weird is that the section of the pistol is also within the same part as the hand. So let's export this as a GLB file. We can also change the pivot point over here, but we can easily do that within Blender. So we have this being prepared for export. So I'm going to load that within Blender, and we're going to further analyze the mesh segmentation over there, since we have a lot more control. Now we see that this is currently in queue. Usually file export was a little bit faster on Tripo, but now it's still processing. Maybe it's the fact that the mesh has been segmented. This is how the mesh looks with texture. We see over here the details for the front. If you're going to compare those with those from CSM, CSM actually did a good job over here regarding the texture. As you can see over here, when I aligned this trooper head, it's actually that cylinder is a lot larger than the reference, so I just added it like this, so it will be hidden on the back. But if you're going to compare that with the one from Tripo, this is a little bit better, as you can see, in terms of proportions and for that joint. So we have this ready. We see the GLB file. This is also something different. CSM made an archive with all of those, and over here all, let's say, the segments will be within the same part. So I can just jump, I can import this directly as a GLB. If I will sort this by date modifier, we should find it over here at the top, and this will be the mesh from Tripo. As you can see, regarding the scale, there are some differences. So I'm going to select everything regarding CSM, and I'm going to move it to the side, and I'm going to bring Tripo over here in the middle. Now, if I want to rotate the model to have the same orientation, it will be something like this. I will also scale it to be the same roughly size. And let's start analyzing those meshes. So this is the hand with the pistol, as you can see. If I'm going to press Tab, A, P, separate by loose parts, there will be multiple loose parts, just like within the model from CSM. So I can go ahead. Let me just hide all of those. And over here, we're going to have some floating elements as well, just like the model from CSM. So we see that generative AI mesh segmentation will actually create these small patches within the model. I can do a selection like this. As we can see, it's not that easy. I can use this feature in order to do a rectangle select to grab everything. And now, while I'm holding down Control, I'm going to extract elements from the selection. So I want to extract everything that is related to the pistol over here. As you can see, there are many meshes. So now that will be the hand, and I can further go ahead and add some of those. But we see over here that this will not actually be split over here, so I will need to go manually and split those. So it's not that easy to work as compared to CSM, where we had an individual mesh. So we see over here the pistol. So that's a big step forward for CSM. But overall, I like the fact that Tripo managed to create the posture also better. But overall quality of the meshes require a lot more work than the one from CSM. Over here as well, if I want to pose this, I will have the same problem with the legs when I'm going to try to split those. While over here, we're going to see that those meshes will be as following. So in this case, I can go ahead and I can join those two together, and I should split them over here where we're going to have that black section in the middle. Okay, so overall, this is what Tripo outputted. In my opinion, it's a little bit harder to work with that. If I want to make, for example, a simple game, I can make use of CSM mode a little bit better. As you can see over here, I've joined those. I should clear the parent for this one, and I will have to join it over here. But this will be a little bit easier to work with. The one from Tripo, better posture overall. We see over here the head, the helmet, how different that will be. I will join those two together. And as we can see, there will be additional meshes that will need to be joined. While over here, we had it like this. It's a little bit cleaner, the one over here from CSM, but in terms of overall shape and proportions, I think I like the mesh output from Tripo a little bit better. For the gun over here, maybe the one from CSM is better, as we can see. Not only regarding the geometry, but also regarding the overall texture for this model is a lot cleaner and a lot better. For this, for the hand of the Lego character as well, this should also be slightly better position over there, and this will be the one made by Tripo. Okay, so I'm really curious, what is your opinion regarding this? What do you think is the best model in this case for segmented meshes? Is it CSM from my previous video or Tripo? Or if you want me to try a different generative AI tool like Meshy and other, let me know in the comment section and I will give it a try with the same case study of the clone trooper. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching.